The year is 1872. You are a sailor on the ghost ship Mary Celeste. For months, you and your fellow crew members have been sailing the treacherous seas, hauling in fish and collecting riches for the ship's owners. But soon realize that you are being hunted by something sinister, something that picks up the scent of blood in the water and follows you across the ocean. At night, you hear scratching and clawing at the hull of the ship. And if you want to hear more terrifying tales of the sea, stay tuned for more content. You and the remaining crew members, barely clinging to life, huddle in the corner, too afraid to move, too afraid to even breathe. Then just as suddenly as it began, the attack stops. And in the morning, you find strange markings carved into the ship's planks. Before you can make sense of them, though, the creature returns. This time, it doesn't just claw at the hull of the ship, it begins to pull you under. You flail and scream as it drags you toward the murky depths. One by one, the crew members disappear below deck, their screams echoing into the darkness. You don't know how long you're underwater, but when you finally resurface, you are the only one left alive. But after months at sea, you begin to grow weary. With no one left to sail the ship, you release the sails and drift away on the currents, never to be seen again. Or are you? Because this story, like many others, has a twist. The ship was found, not adrift at sea, but docked at a harbor in New York. And there was no sign of a struggle, no blood, no mangled bodies, not even a lifeboat. In fact, the only evidence that anyone had ever been on the ship was a half-eaten apple and an open book lying on the cabin floor. To this day, the mystery of the ghost ship Mary Celeste remains unsolved. You start to dream of home and family, of putting down the heavy nets and abandoning the salty life. But alas, it is too late. As a terrible storm arises, and in the struggle to keep the ship afloat, several crew members, including the captain, are washed overboard and lost to the raging waters. With the captain gone, you take over the ship and try to navigate back to port, gasping for breath. You stumble onto the deck and collapse at the sight of what remains of your crew, their bodies mutilated and lifeless. Now it's your turn. What do you think happened to the crew of the Mary Celeste? Let me know in the comments below.